Hello, nice to see you all. And yes, this is me. I'm going to talk about the Community-Led Housing Hub, which is a new hub managed by Action with Communities in... Oh, my logo's disappeared. Shock horror. You'll see it later, I hope. Action with Communities in Cumbria is managing the hub and working in partnership with lots of other people to make it easier for people to access community-led housing expertise and the resources that are required to see through that journey. It's part of a movement these days. It's part of another attempt to make it possible for people to take on building their own homes in groups and to do this in a way which is beneficial to the communities. It's really about communities taking some ownership, whether you like neighbourhood planning ideas or not. Quite a lot of this comes from communities having conversations about what they need and how they need to sustain themselves going forward. That's about having enough capacity in their housing mix to support the facilities that they need to be successful in the future. We've got lots of support for the Housing Hub from national agencies, including the Co-Housing UK Group, National Community Land Trust Network, Cooperatives UK. They're all interested in encouraging communities to explore what's possible with community-led projects. And community-led projects come in all shapes and sizes and they are limited only by our imagination, really, and the planning authority. But we're encouraging people to be as imaginative about their approaches to community-led as possible. My job is a bit of signposting and hopefully to build your confidence that working together you can achieve as much as you want to achieve. No, my logo has gone. Yeah, mine's going to be the only logo you don't see tonight. I did a logos page because these are all the partners who are involved in funding the hub at the moment. All of those 6 district councils have contributed to making this happen. And I'm working very much in partnership with Cumbria Action for Sustainability to make sure that we've got options to talk about all of the things you've already heard about One Planet Living and making sure that we put sustainability at the heart of our new houses. I just wanted to do the logos page without my logo, obviously. I need to describe community-led housing so that you're under no illusions about what I mean by it. This is because it's not the same as building your own dream home in the country. And even if you and your neighbours got together and decided to build 3 lovely dream homes in the country, that wouldn't necessarily constitute community-led building. So for me, the accepted key principles are that community-led housing should be really supported by the community in which it sits. You need to be engaging with people and talking to them about what's required. You need to understand the housing need that you're trying to meet, and you need to work with the people in your communities to provide appropriate housing that meets that need. You need to have their support. The homes ultimately will be either owned or managed by a group of people in the community. It can be quite a hands-off relationship, but fundamentally there's got to be some legal protection for the properties that you're creating or reinventing so that they are protected for the benefit of your community forever, in perpetuity. So this is a really serious part of this for me, because we can go through building lots of lovely new homes, but if they all end up on the open market, we lose the value. So it's really, really important that we have this commitment to keeping them protected in perpetuity. I'll show you a quick local example. I won't go into the details of the project itself, but suffice to say that Crosby Ravensworth is one of the projects which gets churned out in Cumbria. It's a fantastic example of a community overcoming all the odds to produce fantastic community-led homes in Cumbria. And people are rightly proud of the achievements here. The thing I want to say is we are hoping that we are confident that having the hub in place will make it easier for people going forward than it has been in the past to achieve the same level of success that this group of pioneers made possible nearly a decade ago. So just really trying to, again, reinforce that this is about building confidence in the capacity of your communities, yourselves, to take on what's quite a challenging project and make it into something successful. It has been done in lots of different ways, and it can be done again. Oh. Okay. So just to be quite specific for a moment, the aims of the hub are to hold your hand, interpret what you're being told, and help you through the maze of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. We aim to provide a one-to-one support service so that you can make your way through those conversations more quickly and more smoothly, hoping to introduce you to professionals relevant to you at every point in the journey, making sure that you understand what's required next, and that we can find all of the right people for you to talk to without you having to just take the yellow pages and a pin. Sorry, yellow pages, that's dated me, hasn't it? Identifying other potential partners. This is where you might want to consider joining up with a housing association, or making it possible to work in a different way, so that you're reducing the burden on your own group to manage things into the future. And then obviously, like events like this evening, where people just being in the same room, learning from one another, is really valuable. Coming from a community development organisation, I would never underestimate the value of simply meeting people and having a conversation about what you're trying to achieve. And when you've got people who are rubbing up against the same issues across a close geography, or even across a national community, we find that we're all learning from each other, and it creates a stronger sense of momentum and determination to achieve. So that's me. I was given 5 minutes. I don't know how I've done, but I have finished. I am downstairs. I'd love to meet you, talk about what you're trying to do, and see how I can help. Thank you.